Taurus, we're going to be doing your reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys, Taurus. All right. Whoa, Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Let's see what's going on. Taurus. Okay. All right. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. I feel like you're probably super tapped in. Okay. That kind of stuff. I would say that maybe you're getting like more synchronicities. I don't even know if there's synchronicities. I actually want to call these like confirmations. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. All right. There might be something where you're like receiving confirmations of something that you might have been thinking about for a while or trying to like piece something together here. But I do feel like there's something that, I think there was something that was not complete all the way, okay? And I think the reason why was you're waiting for a confirmation of something, okay, that you've already intuitively felt or, you know, something like that. So, all right, let's see what's going on. It also does not have to be like intuitively felt. It could be something that you've just figured something out. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's see what's going on. Taurus. Wow, reverse Tower card. That's interesting. There's no reversals in this deck. This totally came out reversed for you guys. Okay, so I don't know that this is a huge surprise. You know what I'm saying? I think if this is like a confirmation coming your way or whatever the heck it is, I don't know that it's a super shock. Okay. You might have been avoiding something. So, all right, let's see. I'm more so getting like, yeah, I'm really not super surprised about that. There's the Tower again. So, all right, let's see what's going on here. Five of Wands is at the bottom. All right, excellent. So, okay, I think we're onto something here, Taurus. So, all right, you guys do have the Tower card. Again, this is showing up for like what you're wanting, your goal here. So, I think that this is the energy of you guys being ready to face something that, again, maybe it's like, I knew this was going to happen, but again, like waiting for like a confirmation or waiting for like the moment of like, okay, now I know this like for sure. It's not based off of like, is this true? Is this not true? Like something about that. Okay. That kind of stuff. That's absolutely what I'm feeling here. I think there's something that you're wanting to it's almost like you want to act on something before it's like, well, there's no chance to recover from this or, you know, whatever the heck it is. Okay. That kind of thing. All right. And I'm also understanding, Taurus, that there might be something here where you're actually in the process of surprising somebody else. Okay. And if that's the case, this is like a good surprise, a happy surprise, that kind of thing. Okay. The other person probably is feeling like this is coming. Okay. All right, so you guys have the Seven of Pentacles. This is showing up for the possible issue. I feel like maybe in the past, something maybe didn't exactly work out the way that you had anticipated, okay, that kind of stuff. Or there might be an issue in the terms of like, okay, but is this going to be like worth it? Like all of this, you know, all this, I want to like shifting things around or like waiting for the right moment or, you know, kind of like acting on something. But again, it's like you were waiting for like a confirmation of something, that kind of stuff. Okay, maybe this took too long. Okay, that could be possibly what the issue is. Or there's something here that, again, you're like not exactly sure if it's going to maybe flourish in the way that you are wanting. All right. All right, let's see what's going on here. For your opportunity, you guys have the Two of Swords here. I like this, okay, especially with this Tower card showing up for what you guys are wanting here. I feel like the opportunity is to kind of hone in on a particular decision, or it is like, okay, now we can face this thing. It's like there, you know, again, like that intuitive knowing or like kind of feeling like, I think this is kind of what the answer is or whatever it is, or this is kind of where we're going, that kind of stuff. I feel like the opportunity is to come face to face with that, okay, that kind of stuff, or really kind of like, again, come to terms with something that you've been like either avoiding, or it's just like, it's a hard decision. It's like, which way should I go here? You know what I'm saying? Or like, what do I even do with this information? That might be part of whatever this is. So, all right. All right, I kind of want to say there's like more below the surface. Whatever that's, I know that's a vague statement. So, all right, let's see what else is going on, Taurus. I got to tell you, I feel like whatever this is, there's a way to like feel yourself out of it. intuitively, or using your other senses, I almost want to say, that kind of stuff. Okay. Something needs to be addressed or faced. All right. That I can tell you. So, all right, let's see. And Taurus, again, for those of you who are like, no, I actually really like, I want to like surprise somebody or something like that. Okay. That's definitely available to you. And I feel like with this Two of Swords showing up for the opportunity, that might be somebody else who's like, I really didn't know that this was happening, or somebody's intuition might be blocked for a good reason, in terms of like, this is a surprise, or, you know, something like that. Page of Pentacles at the bottom. So there's something's brewing here, you know? So, all right, let's see what's going on. All right. Okay. All right. Taurus, you already know the answer. You really do. You know what I'm saying? You already know what I don't want to say what the right thing to do is, what the thing is that you want to do. It's like, you've already gotten that confirmation of like, yep, do that. Okay. I don't think you've done it just yet. That's fine. Okay, so there's the Star card. I really like this, Taurus. So let's see what's going on. With the Tower, you guys have the Six of Wands here. This is showing up for your desire. Yes, I do think that this is surprising somebody in a very good way. Okay, that kind of stuff. Maybe even showing up to something unexpectedly. Okay, that could possibly be it. Whatever this is, it does feel powerful, and it feels like it does feel like a surprise. Again, I don't think this is a surprise for you. I think this is somebody else being surprised about something, that kind of thing. Okay, that's kind of what I'm understanding here. Think you also want to feel validated, feel like, you know, listened to, heard, all that kind of stuff, you know, that kind of stuff. I feel like that's also something that you are wanting. I feel like we're all wanting that. So that just might be like, oh, also that. I don't think that's like the main thing here. Okay. I feel like this is more of like really surprising somebody, or again, it's like, you know what it is? It's like, I don't know. Someone's like going to walk into something and it's like, whoa, there's the thing I've been wanting, or that's the thing that I knew was coming, something like that. Okay. It's you and somebody else here. Your energy is like attached, but there's still secrecy. I don't think this is like, I don't know. Let's keep going. So you guys have the Hierophant. This is showing up as what to do. Okay. I want to say stick to the plan. Okay. Whatever the plan is, I'm not sure. I feel like that's kind of what we're doing here. Okay. That kind of stuff. For those of you who are like, you know, of course, this is random. It's not going to be for everybody. But for those of you who are actually like very like spiritually tapped in, or like psychically tapped in, whatever you want to call it there, I wonder if you are wanting to connect over with somebody else, that kind of stuff, or to receive like a visual synchronicity, or a visual like it doesn't have to be visual, but like a 3D based like, I can't ignore that. That was my sign, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm almost surprised the Judgment card isn't out here, you know? So, all right. Yes, Hierophant showing up for what to do here. I do think that this is, I mean, just what we said, kind of sticking to the plan. Okay. That kind of stuff. I feel like there's something about that. And I also want to say being kind of like, committed to whatever it is that, again, you like, that you've already received a confirmation of. It's like, okay, you got that confirmation, now act on it, you know, that kind of stuff. So, all right, you have the Nine of Pentacles. This is showing up as what to avoid here. I want to say maybe avoid going overboard in the terms of like, maybe even like spending finances. I want to say doing this in the terms of like depleting yourself. Okay. That kind of stuff, like an energy of like, okay, well, you know, this whole thing happened and now like you're feeling depleted, kind of avoiding that energy. Okay. This to me feels like, okay, so this is, I don't know. This is the only example that's coming to my head right now. So, you know, like if you're going to go like fill up your gas, fill up your car with gas. If you leave it half full, it's like you never have to fill it all the way. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like if your gas level goes to like the halfway mark, it's like fill it up then. Don't deplete it all the way down to 0. That's what I'm getting, okay? So I'm not sure. Again, that, you know, that could be kind of, you can kind of place that with, use it as like a metaphor, but that's what I'm understanding there. An energy of like not depleting yourself, or not making sure that something is still can still grow. You're not leaving something at 0. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know. I hope that's making some sort of sense. So, all right, you guys have the 7 of Pentacles and you have it with the Knight of Swords. This is showing up as the possible issue. All right, this might be somebody who's, I wonder if maybe in the past or current moment, whatever it is, I wonder if there's been quick information, or maybe somebody who is like heavily suggesting like, that's not going to work, or do a different route or something about that kind of stuff. That might be something that's coming into play here. And I'll also tell you another thing. I almost understand something about like internal dialogue coming in to be like, you're too late, or that's not going to work, or something about that, you know, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm feeling like might be the issue here. And I feel like you, Taurus, are actually going back and forth on something. But again, whatever this something is, it's something you've already received confirmation about. There's just, now it's like, we got to follow through on that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, intuition is one thing, but like kind of then acting on that, that's what I feel like is maybe that part is missing for right now. Okay. All right. So you guys have the 3 of Pentacles. This is showing up as what to do. So maybe there's an energy of collaborating with other people, working together with other people, that kind of stuff. Okay. Maybe you and 2 other people, or 2 other sources. I don't know. Sources. I want to say that. Okay. That might be something here. Maybe that's what it is like kind of checking sources in some sense. All right. That's what I feel. I also think there is something about celebrating the work that you've done. Okay. That kind of stuff. And there is also something about a particular plan, or the way that something was like modeled or something like that, that it's like, yes, follow that. Like that's the way, like that kind of stuff. It's almost like you don't need to reinvent the wheel with something here. Okay. That's kind of what I'm feeling. You guys have the Devil card. This is showing up as what to avoid. All right. Kind of want to say avoid getting, avoid something that is going to either take absolutely forever to provide a benefit of some sort, okay, or to avoid only working and then you're missing out on other stuff here. You know what I'm saying? Being like kind of maybe hyper focused on something that is maybe pulling your energy or your attention away from something else. Okay. That kind of stuff. I'll tell you, I think you're dealing with a kind of good amount of stuff going on here. Okay. I don't know that this is just one cohesive kind of storyline. It feels like it's multiple kinds of things happening all at once. I forget what sign I just told this to, but sometimes I get readings that it's like, I feel like there's so many different timelines warped into one, or it's like we're jumping, you know, from here to there, there to there, you know, that kind of stuff. All right. So, you know, so what I can tell is there's been experience with something here. Okay. A lot of experience, or there's been a lot of, time learning something about that. Okay. I want to rely on, or I want to use the word like experience. You've been through something enough, or you've, you're like well versed in something here. Okay. That kind of stuff. That's what I'm feeling. I also want to say don't get locked into anything. All right. Whatever that means. Okay. All right. All right, so you guys have the 2 of Swords. You have with the King of Swords here. This is showing up as your opportunity. I'm telling you, if you're not able to figure something out, if you're not, or not even that, if you're just like, okay, I feel like I know what the answer is. I've received confirmation, that kind of stuff. Sorry, every time I say that, I feel like I'm saying it in a religious way. I am not. Maybe I am, or I'm not trying to. You could be whatever religion you want. It is never going to bother me. Okay, but I don't know. I don't know. Word association, you know. So all right. Yes, I do feel like your opportunity has something to do with like, you know, there is either an expert who is going to know that answer for you, okay, that kind of thing, or is able to be like, okay, like we'll take it from here, okay, that kind of stuff. That might be part of whatever this is. And I also think that there's something here where it's like, even if like the there is, okay, I just think that this is the like a revealing of a surprise, or a revealing of something that is like there's no other way to like we have to realize this now, or there's no other way to like you can't turn your head away from it. Something about that. It's like now it's time to like maybe get super organized about something, maybe again contacting a professional, that kind of stuff. Okay, I do understand that. I also think there's maybe something in the terms of communication. I got to tell you, I think that there might be something that you were really wanting to say or release or explain or whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. There's a block in there in some way, okay? But you do have the opportunity to kind of, I want to say, release that block, all right? That kind of stuff. All right, so you guys have the Three of Cups, and this is showing up as what to do here. So yes, again, like you got to remember, you also have this Three of Pentacles here. So I do think like being with other people, like collaborating with other people, or just like enjoying other people's friendships, whatever the heck it is, or working... we're like three people working together or something about that. I feel like that has something to do with it. Okay. There also might be, I got to tell you, internet references or something about that. And there might be something in the terms of using a third party. I do not mean cheating. I mean a third party as in like a third party. There's another person, another, whatever the heck you want to call it, that kind of stuff. Okay. That might be whatever this King of Swords is. Okay. Especially if we are talking about like the internet or like algorithms or I don't know, something regarding that. Okay. I almost want to say to trace something back to the original source. You know what I'm saying? Something about that. So, all right, you guys have the Seven of Swords. This is showing up as what to avoid. So if you are feeling like you are not capable of something or that like you haven't earned something that you have earned, we have to kind of like, I mean, so much easier said than done. Like, oh, just don't do that. I mean, that's such a dismissive way to like speak, but it's like a mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like putting that like seed in your head, like, okay, I can do this, that kind of stuff. I would definitely avoid being dishonest because if you are, you know, there's a lot of, references of working with like possibly another person, that kind of stuff. That other person or whatever it is might be picking up on the energy that you're kind of putting out, even if you're not trying to, okay? That kind of stuff, all right? This might even be this Two of Swords and the King of Swords here. It might be kind of like the opportunity is like, hey, there's somebody around you who maybe doesn't even really need to like see something or like hear something, whatever the heck it is. There's just like, they're going to know it. I don't know, something about that, okay? That kind of stuff. You might even be interested in somebody's decision-making process here, okay? That kind of stuff. And if that's the case, I feel like open communication, that would be like kind of a good place to start, you know, that kind of stuff. So, all right. I do think there's an energy of needing to have more fun, allowing yourself to have fun, and maybe not being so work-based about something, okay? I'm not saying abandoning your work. It's more just like splitting that time, okay? That kind of stuff. And again, I do think that there is something that in the terms of avoiding anything that would be like dishonest, anything that would maybe be like a lie, whatever the heck it is. The reason why I'm saying that, I think you are dealing with somebody who can cut through that very quickly, okay? Maybe you're dealing with somebody who does not like surprises, and your heart is coming from a good place, and you know, you might be dealing with somebody who's maybe like, maybe their nervous system is shot, and they're like, dude, I surprises are not my thing. All right, so interesting. You guys might like the number 11, okay? All right, so that is, or 14. All right, that's what I have for you guys, Taurus. I hope this reading was helpful and made sense, all that kind of stuff. If not, you could check your other placements. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.